Tonight, the league and all of us here at these teams feature great front courts, Brett. A little throwback to the old days of the NBA when big men ruled.
Well, the game has become so perimeter-oriented. These guys have a lot of skill, and they're going to be able to operate inside a phone booth, and we'll see if these big guys can find a way to dominate uniquely in the way that they bring their offensive prowess.
Now let's take a look at the Bucks' opening lineup.
Fox does a great job of sizing up the defense and then finding a hole. So good at getting in there.
Here's the three. On target from range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
You know, guys, they say speed kills, and in this case, it kills defense. Fox just so quick with the ball.
And with that quickness, Fox is so difficult for defenses to contain, Brent.
Yeah, the one thing, B.A., that I love is when De'Aaron picks a tough angle to match up against, because guys tracking him, they're going to lose a little bit of steam, and when he gets ahead, great decisions are made.
Free throw's good for Fox.
So much talk about who's the fastest player in the league, and Fox always being mentioned there. His speed and stepping into this leadership role, lots of great signs from De'Aaron Fox.
And both free throws good for Fox.
And guess what, guys? I mean, one of the ways De'Aaron Fox improved his skills growing up was playing 2K, learning the NBA game on 2K. I love it.
Now here's Tatum. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Camby. Clock at 6. Over Capella. And it's Camby missing. And De'Aaron playing 2K growing up. His dad encouraged him to observe. Take note.
Good advice. I mean, De'Aaron learned a lot about things like ball screens, pick and roll from playing video games, stuff like that. I mean, Fox used 2K as a way to study the game of basketball.
Now here's Simmons. He played a great game against Golden State. Pass to Camby. There's Tatum with the 3. Rockets with a rebound. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Milwaukee this season. Now here's Capella. Now here's Fox. In his last outing, 10 points for him. At around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Tatum. Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist.
With the skills of a guard, Tatum has the size of a power forward. It makes him so tough to stop inside.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
And good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now here's Simmons. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Here's Tatum, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And guys, talk about silencing the critics. Tatum made first-team All-NBA last year and led the Celtics to their first finals appearance in over a decade.
He's off on the first. You know, probably the biggest shift for Tatum, his advancement at the defensive end, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. And that's imperative at the small forward position. Think about it. You have guys like LeBron, Kawhi, KD. Now Jason Tatum is in that elite two-way group as well. And you have to put Jimmy Butler in there as well.
And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Fox right side. Pass to Capella. Fox outside. And he lobs it up to the rim.
Well, Fox with the eyes and ears up that time. Good vision to facilitate.
The Bucks trail. Outside Tatum. There's a screen. Launches a three. Sinks it from distance. Tatum's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And it's Fox missing.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Outside Simmons. Back to Tatum. There's the triple. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got 3 assists now in this one. The Rockets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Fox, the pass to Batum. The 3 is up. Can't get it to drop. Milwaukee goes the other way with it. Outside Tatum. Pass to Simmons. Here's Lee. Fades. Rebounded by Fox.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
To the inside. The shot comes out. Tatum with some nice D. And here's Simmons. Pass to Camby. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. There's Tatum with the 3. Batum pulls it in. The Rockets trail. Now Fox, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Now here's Simmons. Outside Tatum. Takes the 3. And the Bucks miss again. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Batum outside. Fox for 3. He can't hit that time. Milwaukee goes the other way with it.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Timeout call. Houston. And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Let's take a look at the seeding for the Eastern Conference with only 4 games of the regular season remaining. You take a look at the Bucks, and they're sitting with the 5th seed in the conference currently.
I think for the Bucks, inconsistency has plagued them this year. When they're on, they look unstoppable. But when they're not, well, that's when the problems start.
Well, still a good chunk of time here for them to get back to who they are and playing their best brand of basketball. We'll just have to see if the coaching staff can get them refocused and re-energized in that time.
Here's Kidd. Down low. O'Neal on the wing. Outside Curry. A shot to stop the run. Milwaukee with the rebound. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Boy, you look at Jalen Green, all the tools to be a star.
It may take some time. Now, growing up, he was always the most talented, but he is a gym rat and a worker, a grinder. So I bet on him to reach his full potential soon.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
And he makes a first. And we're at the point of the season where we really start seeing teams dial in for the playoff push, Grant.
Oh, such an exciting time, B.A. And for some teams, the playoffs start now. We've got bubble teams in both conferences battling for positioning, and every game has playoff implications.
He does not get the second one. And he nails the third. And there's 1:38 left in the first quarter. Here's Kidd. Pass to Curry. Chris the screen. Oh, they need this. Shots blocked. And he gets it back. 4 on the clock. From deep. The shot by Kidd, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Here's Kidd. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Picked by Kaminsky. Knocked loose. Pass to Kidd. Here's Curry. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
There's 37 seconds left in the first. Here's Claxton. Outside. Green. From downtown. Pure from three-point range. Green's got 5 points.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Kidd. Fires the 3. And the Rockets hit again from deep. Here's Green. From deep three-point range. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Milwaukee. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And when you consider how the Bucks are doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Milwaukee in the lead. They've got Marquise Chris, Nicholas Batum out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Seth Curry. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Now here's Simmons. The hook shot and the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul.
Overall, though, they've taken good care of the ball. That's their first turnover.
Hounded by Tatum. On the wing, Curry. Chris the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Curry, no good. Milwaukee's gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. And there's the lob. And finished off by Tatum.
What a pass and what a slam. Tatum finishing off a pretty alley-oop.
Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. Chris. From outside, off the mark. Curry against Simmons. Pass to Bailey. And here's Tatum. Puts up a 3. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. Buries it from 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Outside Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to, going right through the contact.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Jason Tatum added muscle to his frame and layers to his game, but still not satisfied. He said, quote, "I just got to be better. I have to elevate my level from being one of the top 10 to 15 players to a top 5 player. I got to make everybody else around me better. Brian, still work to do."
And plenty of runway to do it, Allie. Thanks. To the middle. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by Simmons. Tatum's got 15.
Terrific playmaking from Simmons, getting the ball into his hands off a wide-open shooter.
Timeout called. Houston. Making a switch here. And a pause in the action. Let's check out the league leaders in assists. 5th on the list, Ben Simmons.
He has a great eye for where to send the ball, and you know his teammates love playing with an unselfish guy like him.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Fox outside. Shoots over Tatum, and that one's long.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Pass to Simmons. Outside Tatum. Three-pointer. That's off target. Now 6 for 10. The Rockets have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Fox, the pass to Batum. They set the screen. Shot clock at 5. The Rockets with another miss.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's Tatum. 15 points in the game. From outside the arc. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got his 5th assist in this one.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Fox against Simmons. Pass to Garnett. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I'd prefer the no call. I like that idea.
That free throw misses. And he's good on the second. Milwaukee has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Fox against Simmons. Fox outside. And he's going for the lob. And the slam dunk by Capella.
I'd draw that one up again. Throw it up, Capella jump, you slam it through. That's an easy 2.
Beyond the arc. Capella with a rebound. For Houston, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Pass to Batum. Here's Fox. Simmons defending. Fox against Simmons. Lets it go from 14. Hey, it's blocked by Simmons. They set the pick to the paint. Shot clock at 6. Tatum with it. And Capella picks him up defensively. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line. A chance at a 3-point play.
They came into the second quarter determined to get the ball inside, and it's paying off.
Kaminsky, he's checked in for Capella. Grant, you played on a Suns team whose training staff was renowned. Is that still a differentiator between teams, or has everybody caught up and on the same level now?
You know, B.A., I think everyone's caught up. You know, 15 years ago, the Suns training staff was ahead of their time. But now teams are all much more sophisticated. They understand injury prevention, rest, recovery, really aiding the players, and I think adding years for players on the back end of their careers.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Good on both.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Fox against Green. There's a screen. Pass to Lee. And again, it's the Bucks missing. The Rockets trail. Here's Kidd. Fox outside. Looking to get it going. And he takes it up and lays it in. Fox has got his second basket on the night.
Well, Fox not a jump shooter, just doing a great job of mixing it up offensively now.
Green with the ball. Fox picks him up. And it's Green missing.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
The shot by Kidd, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Fox against Green. They set a pick from behind the arc. And again, it's the Bucks missing. The Rockets have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Pass to Fox. We've got 1:23 left to play in the second quarter. Rebound, Milwaukee. They've led by as much as 10. And after this one, they're at home against Phoenix. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. Here's Lee, coming off a 16-point game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's the floater, and it's Fox missing.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Claxton. Inside. Here's Lee. Lays it up and in despite excellent defense. And it's a 10-point Milwaukee lead. Houston has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Milwaukee has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Outside, Green. Pass to Lee. Fades back. That one is off. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks ending the quarter up 10. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. More 2K action in just a moment.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Houston Rockets.
Hey, Ernie, it's not hard to see why they're down at this point. They're not even shooting 35% from the field. They've got to come up with some new wrinkles. If they could create better shots, then they have a better chance.
And now let's focus on a couple of guys who have been getting it done in the first half.
2 guys clearly battling for the spot, both putting on a show. You just hope it doesn't become an all-hero ball.
Yeah, it's the scoreboard that decides the real winner in the end. That's pretty profound on my part, don't you think?
Yes, it does.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Kicking off the second half. Here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. Here we go, one-on-one. Tatum with the block.
Tatum makes it easy for his teammates with his defense. He's always a threat to block shots, and he can cover any part of the floor.
Now here's Simmons. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him. And we have to take another look at that block.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Fox against Simmons. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. And here now, the small forwards having a big effect with their shot blocking this season. 5th, Jason Tatum.
These are some of the most athletic, relentless defenders in the league. They'll do whatever it takes to interfere with each and every shot.
Well, if you don't have great shot blocking ability, you can make up with it with physical play and great timing. They can climb the ladder when they need to defend shots like that.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 21. Tatum draws the double. Here's Camby. Pass to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Batum with the defensive effort. Houston shooting a low 30% from the floor. With some arc. And it's Lee with the rebound. Lee's got 4 rebounds now. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Outside Tatum. Takes a 3. The shot, no good. And Houston will come the other way. Following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Kings at Golden One Center in Sacramento. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home.
Play control. We have De'Aaron Fox cleared for takeoff.
Fox against Simmons. Tatum from long range. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Simmons has got assist number 7 tonight. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Fox. And Camby pulls it down.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Simmons against Capella. Outside Simmons to the inside. And the bucket is good. Lee's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, the playmaking skills of Simmons are elite. The pass-first attitude he brings is what helps tie the team together.
Now a timeout called by Houston. So both teams making some changes here. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for De'Aaron Fox.
And when you look at his offensive output over the past few years, it seems like other teams have figured him out and have his number now. He's having to put in a lot more effort on the offensive end, but without producing nearly the same results.
Pass to Capella. Now here's Chris. Simmons defending. Chris the screen. Here's Curry. Milwaukee with the rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well. Well, you look at Seth Curry. For his career, around 44% from long range. That's easily top 5 in NBA history.
Tatum gets the bucket.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
For Houston, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. With the floater, blocked! Simmons with it. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Let's go with a 3. No luck on that one. And Houston will come the other way. And Seth Curry, one of the elite shooters in league history. But his road to the NBA was no red carpet, Grant.
So true. I mean, after graduating from Duke in 2013, a couple years in the G League proving himself, the questions were about his defense, but that stroke was never in question.
Here's Bailey, looking for his first basket, still in this one. Here's Tatum. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Bucks lead by 21.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Timeout called. Houston. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Kidd. 5 points in the game. Outside Curry. They need this. It doesn't go for him. The Bucks go the other way with it. Pass to Simmons. Here's O'Neal. Simmons defending. Here's Kidd. The 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Simmons has got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Claxton. 6 to shoot. Now here's Tatum. Fires from deep. Gets the 3 ball to go. Tatum's got 14 points now in the second half.
I just love the ball movement.
Houston has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Kidd. Tatum with some nice D.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Kidd. 5 points in the game. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 7. 1:29 left in the third. Milwaukee calls timeout.
They're rushing things offensively, and their impatience has led to carelessness.
And the Bucks will go for a different look here. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see the teams who have been dominating the board since the All-Star break. Number 5, Milwaukee.
Incredible rebounding numbers since the break. They've put in a lot of effort on the glass.
There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Simmons, the pass to Green. Here's Lee, guarded by Capella. The jump hook. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds in the game. Batum with a screen on Simmons. Oh, there's the alley. 59 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. And here is Green. 5 points in the game. Simmons finds Ingles. Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist. Ingles has got his first 3 points of the game.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Capella in the high post. Fox outside. Screen by Capella. And De'Aaron Fox with the three. Fox has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That could change things.
Now here's Green from the arc. And the Bucks hit again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Man, good whistle there.
Second team foul. At the line for your Rockets, De'Aaron Fox. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. Now here's Ingles. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Milwaukee. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. We'll be right back with you shortly. And now let's take a listen in on head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Let's do it again for this quarter. 0-0. Same effort, same mentality. Keep pushing, keep moving the ball, keep cutting.
Coach likes how they're...
Too strong. I got him. Yo, Simmons.
Give me a break.
Timeout.
Knock this in.
Outside, get outside.
Ball.
You got it.
Woo! All the way.
I got your help.
Step out. Snatch that ball.
Oh, that's
Back
mine.
up.
Watch the screen.
D up on the air.
Screen coming.
Get on the air.
Get to him.
Go net. How about the air?
Tatum.
Yo. Camby.
6'10".
Got it. Terrific low post matchup tonight, Doris. Two of the top big men in the league going head-to-head.
Kevin, these are two teams that try to get their centers as many touches as possible. They are the axis upon which these offenses rotate, and how much the defense can guard that entry pass will be a key tonight.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Hawkins is out there with Morant. And it's Smith. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Cousins in at the center position. Now Cousins. After Gordon Hayward's three-pointer that didn't go. Iguodala, the pass to Hawkins. Jazz passing it around. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And Cousins gets it to go. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Miami. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
In the corner, Iguodala with it. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
There's Levine. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one's on Morant.
I think what you have to appreciate about Zach LaVine is he is becoming such a well-rounded player, willing to share the basketball, willing to hit the boards, and certainly willing to become a more efficient shooter.
The Heat shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Good on both.
Kevin, what's so impressive to me about Levine? It's the all-around play. He affects the game across the board.
Hawkins kicks to Cousins. The pass to Morant. Back to Cousins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Levine's efficient as well.
And good shooting numbers, no doubt. Last year, he cut back on the turnovers. And, boy, he's still young. There's still tons of upside to be had.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, you think back to DeMarcus Cousins' career. Because of his skill set on the low block, he has spent a lot of time at the foul line.
So DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. And, of course, one of the league's longest tenured coaches, GA, is Eric Spoelstra. And he's having a Hall of Fame level career.
And you look at the ground he broke when he was first hired. Not only young, Spo was the first Asian-American head coach in any of the four major North American sports league and worked his way up from video coordinator.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Hayward. A rebound by Iguodala.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Pass to Hawkins. Over Wallace. And that one hits back iron. The Heat have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Hayward outside. The tray. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And Cousins kicks to Hawkins. Cousins with a screen on Levine. Sweet move. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you know there aren't many teams with a more dedicated fan base than Utah. The Jazz fans are behind their team no matter what.
The Jazz have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Now here's Wallace. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. A shot by Hayward, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. It's always striking, Greg, to see the bond between the Jazz team and their followers.
Well, when you're the only game in town, people take the team to heart. And we see it in cities like Portland and San Antonio as well. The fans form that attachment to their team.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Here's Wallace. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Hawkins against Levine. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Hawkins. And it comes off the front of the rim. For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest. That game against the Wizards. Hayward outside. The 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Hayward's got 6.
Well, Gordon Hayward unafraid to be aggressive with his three-point shot. This guy has a ton of confidence in that jumper.
Smith outside. Hawkins passes to Cousins. For Davis. A shot off that time. The Heat go the other way with it. This is their first chance to take a look at the Jazz this season.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
Now, these 2 teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road. Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Passes it to Wallace. Pass to Hayward. Outside Williams. Here's Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Levine deciding where to go with it. Now Wallace. Back to Levine. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The pass to Hawkins. Here's Cousins. He's guarded by Williams. To end the drought, Smith trying to break loose. No good from Cousins.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Levine, a shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And some added importance to this game as both teams, Doris, have a lot at stake in the playoff race.
No doubt, Kevin. Postseason implications. Seeding is always so important to your path to an NBA Finals. I don't think either team will take this game lightly.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Well, these are the players you don't want to give any space to beyond the arc right now. The best long-range shooting guards in the past 10 games. In the third spot, Kyle Korver.
These guys are gunners. I mean, they've got the green light at all times because of their three-point shooting. I mean, they are cash money.
You don't want to get into a three-point contest with any of these players. The range we see among that group is beyond belief. Even against the tightest of coverage, no shot is a bad shot for any of them.
Drills it from outside.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Now here's Korver, covered by Vassell. Here's Gibson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, we know this. Jeremy Lin knows how to run an offense. His ability to find the open man uncanny.
1:19 left here in the first quarter. Now, here's Vassell. He's tightly guarded. Pass to fall. And stolen by Hollins. Here's Korver. Rebounded by the Jazz.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Porter looking it over. Lynn with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. Just 5 to shoot. And here's Korver from the arc. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's Vassell in the corner. From outside, off the mark. The Heat leading by 6. And here is Lynn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Fires the 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have on a team's momentum.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 9. Let's take a quick break.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Heat Youth Dance Team.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the floor for Utah, getting going here in the second quarter. Smith is out there with Okongwu. Then there's John Morant. Then there's Hawkins. And it's Phillips in at the 3 slot. Morant with a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Morant's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Jazz. Lynn against Morant. Outside Gibson. Lynn against Morant. And Hayward with the stuff.
Gordon Hayward, such a strong connection with his guys. I'll tell you, the alley-oop is pretty.
Morant outside. It's Hawkins on the wing. Over Levine. The shot by Hawkins, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Lynn the pass to Hayward. Kicks it to Gibson. There's Lynn with the 3. The shot that time, not on target. And it's Utah the other way. Passes it to Smith. Morant outside. Smith sets the pick for Morant. Goes up to the stripe. Second chance effort. Smith no good. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for Miami. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Karis LeVert has become one of the game's best slashers. He says, honestly, I just go to the front of the rim and work on different spins. Getting more comfortable with both hands and finishing. Kyrie Irving did that when he was younger, and that's one of the ways he became a great finisher. Kevin, back to you.
He is a great finisher. David, thanks. He's studying the greats, and it's paying off. There's the dish to Lynn. He kicks it to Gibson. And it's Hollins in the corner. Hayward looking around. From deep. Offensive rebound, Heat. Hollins inside. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Jazz trail by 6. Hawkins kicks to Morant. Pass to Smith. There's the pass to Morant. Smith with a screen on Lynn. Grant, and Hollins pulls it down. Miami leading by 6. Outside, Levine. Hayward outside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Nice shot by Lynn.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Levine against Hawkins, and then Smith with the dunk.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And evaluating defenders goes well beyond blocks and steals. So, Doris, when you're doing a game, what are some of the things that you look for and that teams are looking for?
Activity, attention to detail, deflections. Is the person switchable? Can they guard the elite wing scorers? In addition to size and length, do they have lateral quickness? So many things go into quality defense.
Different look for Miami. Davis is checked in for Ryan Hollins. Williams comes in for Taj Gibson. And Wallace subbed in for Levine. And the Jazz making a change here. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. For 3, Hayward. The rebound by the Jazz. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Hawkins passes to Cousins. Misses in close.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Pass to Cousins. Shoots from the baseline. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Wallace dishes to Lynn. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Morant against Wallace. Smith left side. Passes to Cousins. 5 to shoot over Williams. And with that, the Heat lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from DeMarcus Cousins.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
On its way from Hayward for 2. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
I'll tell you, he's trying to help them extend this lead, but it's been a tough night for him individually.
Here's Hawkins. Miami grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Jazz trailed by 5. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Davis surveying the floor. Pass to Lynn. Dishes to Hayward. Back to Lynn. Williams, a screen on Hawkins. Then the pass to Davis. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor.
And with the struggles AD has had to stay healthy, and you wonder, though, if the team's going to focus on having him be at his best for that postseason run and try to manage the wear and tear.
He's starting to heat up now. He's been much more efficient with the shot in this quarter than in the first.
And the Heat call time here. And when Davis is on the floor, Greg, he is a force. But how do you keep him healthy into the playoffs? That is the question.
I mean, sustaining his output over a full season isn't easy, but Davis has had a bit of bad luck with the injuries, so you have to mitigate ways to keep him available.
Welcome to the Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
A different look for Miami. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Hayward. And it's Korver in for Jeremy Lin. Then for the Jazz, Paul's checked in for Smith. Vassell comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Alex Caruso in for Hawkins. The kick out to Porter. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Heat lead by 6.
You can see Porter's confidence building steadily. The catch-and-shoot jumper becoming a real weapon.
Now the pass to Cousins. Here's Vassell. Back to Cousins. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of the game. Now here's Korver. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Davis with a screen on Morant. Outside, Porter. Wallace against Morant. Three-pointer. Wallace misses.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Caruso looking for an opening. Cousins with a screen for Caruso. Out to Morant. And the Jazz, another 3.
And this is something Morant must keep working on. When he's dialed in from distance, this offense is at a whole nother level.
Doesn't go for him. And a close game so far for the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks so much, Dave, for the grid.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first,
well, right now for the Heat, they're playing.
Now turning our focus to the Miami Heat, this game has been a nail-biter.
The bench is one of the strengths of this team, with some.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at DeMarcus Cousins in this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Utah trailing here. We've got Hayward. Williams is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Wallace, and it's Levine in at the 2. So that's where Spoelstra starts the second half with.
Let's remember that a 7'6" wingspan accompanies the frame of DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody might want to box him out.
To the paint. It's stolen by Smith. 3-on-3. And Cousins kicks to Smith. And Davis sends it back.
The incredible length of Davis uses it to perfection to come up with the block.
Now Wallace. Outside Levine. From outside the arc, Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. It's Morant in the corner. Smith with a screen on Wallace. And it's Morant missing.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Here's Wallace. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Morant.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one drops. Wallace hits 2 free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Smith outside. Hawkins passes to Cousins. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Cousins. Floats it up for Iguodala. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Oh, using that verticality, Iguodala goes up, grabs the pass, and just hammers it down.
Pass to Hayward. Outside Levine. Davis setting the pick for Levine. Wants to get it to Iguodala and does. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Hawkins with it. Now defended by Levine. Hawkins passes to Morant. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game. That 6th sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Levine's shot is off. Utah leading by 3. Cousins finds Morant. Pass to Hawkins. Out to Morant. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And defensively, what do you do at this point? DeMarcus Cousins has shown you everything in his tool bag.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
You know, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
Ryan Owens is checked in for Miami. Gibson comes in for Williams. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. The Heat 3rd.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Gibson with the screen on Morant. No good from Gibson.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Here's Hawkins. And the 3 off target.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Levine kicks to Wallace. Hayward outside, trying to get something going. Rebound, Utah. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound in this one.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Phillips, the pass to Cousins. For 3. No good that time. And it's Miami the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Gibson. Back to Wallace. Okongwu grabs the board. Utah leading by 5. Pass to Cousins. Rejected by Hollins. They recover it. And Cousins kicks to Morant. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Okongwu slams it in.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
Outside, Levine. And there's the pass to Wallace. Down low. Wants to get it to Hollins and does. Lays it up and banks it in. Hollins has got his first basket.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Utah calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Davis has checked in for Ryan Hollins. Porter comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Corver in for Wallace. Right block shot. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Levine against Morant. Loads it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, passing windows open up for Zach LaVine.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Jazz. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Pass to Caruso. Nice ball movement by Utah. Goes up on the block, and again it's Utah.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Hayward with the stuff.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Morant passes to Vassell. Back to Morant. 1:22 left here in the third quarter. Inside. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Morant's got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz.
In terms of entertainment factor, can any current player top Ja Morant? I mean, we've seen Ja with some vicious in-game throwdown.
Davis sets a screen. Levine dishes to Davis. Morant with the steal. Here's Vassell. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. And now a 10-point Jazz lead.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Hayward from outside. Drains the three-pointer. Hayward's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Gordon Hayward answering back with a big-time three of his own.
Floats it up for Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
What's better as an alley-oop partner than a man with great length and great hands? Go to work, DeMarcus.
Thiem passes to Porter. Lets it go from the wing. Rebound, Utah.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Cousins with a screen on Levine. Here's Morant. Here's Cousins, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast.
The previous play is under review.
Sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close that you can't tell by the naked eye, might as well go to the slow-mo.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for Utah. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Ja Morant, he's out there with Hawkins. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Smith, and it's Iguodala in at the 3. Bean passes to Williams.
That's a really well-run pick and roll. You can see the game is starting to slow down for Levine.
Jazz leading by 7. Iguodala outside. He feeds it to Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First team foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Utah.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
And they've also been successful running their offense through the post. They're making the defense respect that interior threat.
The Heat making a switch here. Korver's checked in. Passes it to Davis. Here's Wallace. A 3-ball. Kick out to Levine. Off target from outside.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Morant surveying the D. Here's Hawkins. They get it back. Here's Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Zach LaVine.
One of the things that makes Boogie Cousins such a tough cover, he's smart, he understands how to use his size. You talk about big-time skill, my goodness.
That free throw, no good. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Kyle Korver. Good on the second free throw. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Wallace outside. Pass to Hayward over Iguodala. That one off the back iron and out. Morant with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. And Cousins throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Hayward outside, lets the 3 fly, sinks the triple.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Hawkins against Levine. Floats it up there for Morant. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And that's big-time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish them.
And he gets it to go. Hayward's got 5 points now in the quarter.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Smith left side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And ever since he came straight out of high school into the NBA, there's always been a drive in Josh Smith. He plays like he's got something to prove.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. Wallace with the ball. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. Williams can't hit.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
The shot by Hawkins, no good.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Wallace, the pass to Williams. Back to Wallace. Six on the shot clock. Williams, a screen on Iguodala. Here's Wallace, and the rejection by Smith. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Timeout called, the Heat. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. You don't have to make up the deficit all at once. We'll see if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
Thank you, David. It's Hawkins on the wing over Levine. Rebound by the Heat. Williams has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Hayward kicks to Wallace. Back to Hayward. There's the triple. And they'll get another chance. With the fadeaway. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And when AD's got that mid-range working, it just makes him all the more difficult to defend, showing off even more of his repertoire.
Time called here. The Jazz decide to talk it over.
And here come your Heat with their dance crew. For your Heat Breaker dance crew, let's go!
And Morant's got the ball here for the Jazz. He lobs it up, loses his grip, and clanks the alley-oop jam. The Heat trail by 12. Loads it up for Davis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here's Hawkins. Screen by Smith. Drills the three-pointer. Hawkins has got 6 in the quarter.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's Wallace. Hayward outside. Back to Wallace. Beyond the arc. He's off on that one, so Utah will take it the other way.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Morant, the bounce pass. 13 feet away. And Utah again with the bucket.
And after only making 35% of their shots in that first half, they are slowly getting into a groove here in the second.
Wallace outside. And the pass to Hayward. Shot from the wing. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And it's the Jazz's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Screen by Smith. Levine against Hawkins. Cousins with a screen on Levine. Clock at 6. Up again. The putback is no good. The Heat trail by 17. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Out to Hayward. Williams passes to Hayward. To the middle. Here's Levine. Smith with the defensive effort. Jazz leading by 17. Pass to Hawkins. There's the feed to Cousins. He shoots again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
How about the power that Boogie Cousins brings to the table? Tough matchup for any defender.
At the line for the Jazz, DeMarcus Cousins. 2.
First free throw is good. Isn't it great? The NBA is becoming a global product as more games are scheduled overseas. Doris, any locations you'd like to go to call a game? Maybe you and I could do a game in the Bahamas. How does that sound?
I love it, Kevin. If they're tipping it up, I'd love to be there. And think about it, beyond the travel and the opportunity to see the world, the opportunity to expose new fans to this game that we love so much, certainly not something to take lightly.
Lynn looking it over. That's tipped.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Jazz.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeMarcus Cousins.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now, here's Vassell, defended by Lynn. Caruso against Korver. Here's Vassell. Back to Caruso. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for
Let's meet the starting five for...
It's an exciting time of year with the playoffs on the horizon. Grant, should teams start changing up their rotations with the postseason in mind?
You know, B.A., I'm not a big fan of that. Of course, seeding is so important in the postseason, but I don't think it's time to start experimenting. It's still about winning games and getting into the best position possible.
So the opening lineup for the Mavericks. We've got Miles Turner, Jackson out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Zion Williamson, and it's Miller in at the power forward position. Good on the shot.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Now here's Williamson. Jackson outside. Back to Porter. Jack's up a three. Gordon pulls it in. George passes to George. Up and over Porter. And George gets it to go on the assist by George. George has gotten his second bucket.
And obviously their goal right now is to feed him the ball and get him going.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Now here's Williamson. Making a mark on the offensive end. Scoring around 13 a game. Porter finds Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Porter. Launches it. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Porter's gone 1 for 2 from deep. George outside. Over Porter. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. George has got 6.
I just love Trae Young's feel for the game. Oftentimes, he can see the play develop before anyone else.
Porter, the pass to Williamson. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Pass to Williamson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Turner. Lets it go from deep. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. And that'll tie this game up.
Staying unselfish, keeping your eyes up. So important for a young player. Zion, mature beyond his years.
Now here's Young. Coming off a terrific game against Atlanta.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Hey, every team wants a guy who can block shots, and they certainly want a guy who can hit threes. Miles Turner does both, Grant.
Yes, he does, B.A. Miles has led the league in blocks multiple times. He also shot it well from the three-point range. He's just a unique skill set. It's really hard to find guys like Turner.
The line for Portland, George, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from George.
You know, there was a time years ago when the Mavericks were one of the NBA's shakiest teams. Now they're one of its proudest franchises.
And so he makes both from the line. And you can attribute the Mavs' rise to stable ownership and some very savvy front office moves.
Yeah, so true, B.A. They've made some great decisions in the draft for sure. They've been able to find cornerstone players and build solid rosters around them.
Miller can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Young with it. Jackson in his pocket. That one's good for 2.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Williamson outside. Back to Jackson. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Nearly unstoppable. No matter where the pass is delivered, Zion will go up and get it.
Pass to Gordon. Outside Young. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. George against Jackson. Down low. Williamson left side. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And few players are as electric as Zion. The speed and power he plays with, something you see once every few decades.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good from Williamson. And the blend of speed and power, as you said, Grant, Zion is unmatched.
He's a rhino with a jetpack. And on defense, when you see him coming in the open floor, you don't want to get in his way. The explosiveness in the paint is really what makes him so efficient.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
What you respect about Zion, he's not trying to flex on everyone. He sees the big picture on the court and in the public eye.
Such a wide open look.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And here's Porter. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Williamson with a screen on Young. Jackson, pass to Williamson. Up top, Turner. And here's Porter outside. Portland grabs the miss. And the first season matchup for them against the Mavericks this year. Pass to Young. Over Williamson. And Young the bucket on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks. Zeller's checked in for Portland. Lyles comes in for Gordon. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Bagley's checked in for Turner. Lewis comes in for Williamson. Reeves is checked in for Porter Jr. And it's Paul in for Jackson. Now here's Paul. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Pass to Bagley. Outside Paul. It's deflected. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And that one's good. Zeller.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Here's Miller. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Paul for 3. It's rebounded by George. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Dallas ball.
And the blocks leaders among small forwards. Coaches love to get strong defense out of the wings. In the 3rd spot, Paul George.
These are some of the most athletic, relentless defenders in the league. They'll do whatever it takes to interfere with each and every shot.
They use their athleticism, but also we have to look at they have a high basketball IQ on the defensive end. A lot of their blocks come from the help side.
And so the ball out of bounds. Bagley touched it last.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
For the Trailblazers, Lewis has checked in for George, and Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Young. And Dallas also making a switch. Noel's checked in. Here's VanVleet. Pass to Zeller. 3-pointer. Lewis can't get it to go. The Mavericks trailing. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Outside Bagley. To the left side wing. Over to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's a 3 from Paul. That shot off the mark. And it's Portland the other way. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Atlanta.
They really relied on the perimeter game in that one. Just consistent from distance all night.
We talk a lot about shot selection, and we saw why. You want to avoid empty possessions.
Now here's Paul. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
He's got to take a back seat right now. When you're ice cold, you can't just keep gunning. And year in and year out, there's one thing we know for certain about the Blazers. They've got some of the best fans in the NBA.
Ball against Van Vliet. Lyles a screen. For three. Lewis with the rebound.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And how about the fan base in Portland? They're passionate and they really understand the game.
That's so true, B.A. I mean, even in lean years, they come out to support their club. And when they're on top, all of Rip City gets caught up in the buzz. Portland's a great basketball town.
Quickly is checked in for Portland. Ball against Van Vliet. To stop the drought. The shot misses, and it's Portland the other way.
Well, he's put up zeros for an entire quarter. Not the way you try to get back into this ball game.
Quickly outside. Pass to Lyles. There's the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
Oh my, it was a great game. It went down to the wire. Both teams gave all they had. Only one could come away satisfied.
This is what we love about the NBA. Epic matchups almost every night. What other sport has that?
Here's Van Vliet. He gets it up. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, up 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Portland?
What they've done is they've looked to push the pace and transition early, and it's paid dividends with their fast break points.
And also their pressure defense is paying dividends tonight, turning them over and getting out in the open floor and running.
Portland leading. They've got Emmanuel quickly. Paul George out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Trae Young, and it's Chandler in at the center position. That's the group for Portland starting the second. Connects from downtown.
Nice work by Gordon, stretching the floor, opening things up with his range.
Pass to Miller. Back to Jackson. To the middle. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Aaron Gordon. Well, you've got stars and you've got closers. Smitty, are those always the same thing?
It's not, B.A. There are some guys that are not stars and they can close. And there are some guys that are stars that can't close. But when you get the superstar, he can do both.
The first free throw is good.
After 9 seasons together in Portland, the backcourt duo of Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum are no longer teammates. C.J. sent to New Orleans.
Zion Williamson is checked in for Reeves. So he gets them both. Boy, that Lillard-McCollum combination, Smitty. You think it was time to break them up?
You know, I think both were getting a little older. Defensively, their size were a bit of an issue. But I love this scoring duo. They were incredible, B.A. Some great memories in Rip City for Dame and C.J.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Portland, Tyson Chandler. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. That one's no good. And for Dallas, they're shooting only 23% so far. Lets it go from the wing. That's good on the jumper. Porter's got 5 points.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Porter's gone 2 of 4 from the field. And George launches it from deep. The quick look, no good that time.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Now here's Jackson. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Williamson against George. Pass to Young. Oh, stolen by Turner. Jackson outside. Here's Miller, defended by Gordon. Ooh, nice shot by Miller.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Young against Jackson. And Young, here we go. Portland again missing. The Mavericks trailing. Williamson passes to Jackson. Back to Williamson. Driving inside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
You know, coming into the game, Zion's going to be physical. He's also going to absorb some punishment. Back in 2021, Zion Williamson was on a serious hot streak. In 25 consecutive games, he dropped 25 or more points and did it on 50% shooting.
George, he's checked in for Quickly. That's good from Williamson. Well, Zion, when he's on the floor, he has proven he is an efficient player. Others are envious of that.
They are, B.A. They're envious of his shot selection and his point total. He stays aggressive because he knows what his team needs from him. Physical play inside the paint all night long.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
And Dallas calls time here.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Miles Turner.
And his shot blocking hasn't been nearly as potent as it was a few years ago. It's a shame, really, because his ability to intimidate the other team and be a big presence on the defensive end really gave his team an edge.
Here's Miller. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
2 on the clock. George with it. He's picked up by Williamson. George against Williamson. Pass to Gordon. Up top, Young. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Turner.
It's amazing. All night he's been out of sync on the offensive end, yet they continue to lead.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Outside Young. George outside. Pass to George. From deep. Doesn't go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to New Orleans as they take on the Pelicans. That'll be the third stop of this 4-game trip. And here's Williamson. George defending. Williamson misses. Portland has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Now Gordon. George outside. Pass to George. Fires the 3. Portland, no good that time either. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
This is the productivity we expect from Zion, always hunting for his next bucket.
Bagley's checked in for the Mavericks. Chris Paul comes in for Jackson. And here's a rundown of the teams that have not wasted their opportunities at the line in the last month. Fourth, the Trailblazers.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you fouled them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Now here's Van Vliet. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Zeller against Paul. Pass to Porter. Back to Paul. "19-footer. Rebounded by Lyles. The Trailblazers have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Now here's Van Vliet. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
It's rare for an undrafted player to make an impact, but Fred Van Vliet has earned his spot in the league. The 6th man on a title team back in 2019, and he's become an all-star.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Smitty, Van Vliet's become an all-star. Is he the best undrafted player in the NBA, you think?
Well, B.A., Ben Wallace is the standard. A multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year winner. Champions like Bruce Bowen and Udonis Haslem, they're right up there. But Fred Van Vliet has a chance when it's all said and done to be the best.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
The 3, that one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Van Vliet against Paul. Van Vliet outside. George outside. The 3 is up. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. And Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position grid.
Not great length, but strong as any, B.A. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
Here's Lewis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. And out of bounds, the Mavericks will take it. .146 left in the half. Pass to Reeves. And here's Bagley. Here's Reeves. Noel with a screen on Van Vliet. Paul for 3. Portland grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Now George. Van Vliet outside. Back to George. 4-3. The offensive rebound. Zeller with a screen on Paul. Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. And let's look at the Western Conference standings as the playoffs approach. You look at the Trailblazers. If the postseason were to start today, they'd be the 7th seed. And checking out the Mavericks, they are struggling down in the bottom of their conference.
Well, right now for the Mavericks, there's no doubt they feel the pressure mounting. I mean, failing to match those expectations from the start of the year is apparent.
What a nightmare of a season it's been for them. Nothing has gone right for a team we all thought will be real contenders coming into the year. At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Zeller. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
At the line for Portland, Cody Zeller, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Quickly's checked in. Good on the second one. 36 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Paul passes to Bagley. Here's Reeves to the wing, right side. Outside Bagley. Pass to Reeves. Outside Paul. The 3-ball. Knocks down the long J. Paul's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Portland leading. George with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Atlanta. Quickly outside. Here's Lewis. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. Back to the game after this break.
Welcome to halftime, everybody. It's been a bit of a challenge so far for the Dallas Mavericks.
Hate to say it, the 3-ball just isn't doing it for them. They have to try something different. More movement, screens, drive to the bucket, layups, points in the paint. Something.
Yeah, a lot of that. I mean, I agree with all that. Maybe be more disciplined when it comes to shot selection, and maybe I should be more disciplined in not interrupting you.
That too.
And let's get back to our featured game. A fantastic battle between these two guys.
A couple of guys locking horns tonight. Neither one of them backing down as you would expect. You can tell both teams are giving these guys space to work.
And they're taking advantage of the opportunities. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. On the court right now for Dallas. Michael Porter out there with Jackson. Then there's Zion Williamson. Then there's Miles Turner. And it's Miller in at the 4 spot. Now here's Young. Gordon with a screen on Jackson. Young, the pass to Gordon. Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Williamson. Back to Jackson. Throws it up high. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Here's George. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Porter finds Jackson. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Here's Chandler. He's averaging about 6 points per game. Jackson with it. Checked by Gordon. And And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
At the line for the Mavericks, Jackson. At the line for one.
One shot.
We've got a close game here in Portland. And after this one, they're at home against Philadelphia. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. George outside, fires from deep. Can't get it to fall. That miss makes him 5 for 9. Here's Miller. George defending. Pass to Turner. Now Jackson. Back to Turner. Clock at 6. Now Williamson. No good on the shot. And George with some nice D. Good D by Williamson.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
To the paint. Turner inside, defended by Gordon. Here's Miller, and he banks in the layup. He has 6.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over.
There's no way coach likes this effort level. They need to refocus.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Fred VanVleet is checked in for Portland. And the level of activity these guys bring to defense is special. Here are the league's leaders in steals. Paul George on top.
And no surprise he's at the top of this list. His aggressiveness and opportunistic attitude on defense helps this team so much.
Pass to Gordon. Outside Young. To the inside, George.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Trailblazers, Paul George. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
He's perfect from the line this time.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Timeout on the floor. Mavericks.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Michael Porter. Pass to Williamson. And here's Porter outside. He can't get that one to fall. Now Portland takes it the other way. They've led by as many as 11. Now here's Van Vliet. Down low. Here's Chandler. And a great assist by Van Vliet as that one goes. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. For Dallas, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third.
And you know what, Trae Young? He almost embraces being the villain to other teams' fan bases. It's like he feeds off the fans heckling him on the road.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. And a deep 3 from Young. Offline with a 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Well, Grant, as you said with Young, he's been the villain in the playoffs more than a few times.
Yeah, B.A. Players who can embrace that are good for the NBA. Trae Young has fun being a thorn as a visiting player, and he always backs it up with his play.
All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Their defense, it's their defense. It has been downright incredible so far, being disruptive and coming up with steals left and right.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
The first one falls. Quickly is checked in for Van Vliet. And Dallas also making a switch. Reeves is checked in. Williamson hits them both. Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Young. That one rolls around and rims out.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Turner. Now Porter. George defending. 6 on the shot clock. That's good from Williamson on the assist by Porter. Williamson's got 4 points this quarter. Young, the pass to Gordon. Quickly outside. And here's George. 3-pointer. And Reeves pulls it down. To the middle. For the lead. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Paul George.
A true physical specimen. It's tough to keep up with Zion's athletic ability.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lewis is checked in. Noel, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Lewis comes in for Reeves. And he can't hit the second.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
And Aaron Gordon, Grant, growing up in the heart of Silicon Valley, San Jose.
Yeah, Aaron, using that to his advantage, involved with some acts. And we've seen a lot of players getting into the tech world. Great to see guys like Gordon branching out into business.
Such an unpredictable player. Young's fearlessness keeps defenders nervous, which makes them overcommit.
And he drops the first.
In the 2021 playoffs, Trae Young was unreal, leading the Atlanta Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals. The first round series against the Knicks was memorable.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Jackson is checked in. And both free throws good for Young. And Smitty, Trae Young in New York, electric against the Knicks.
He was, B.A. He was taunting the crowd in the Mecca. We saw another level of Trae Young, the ability to be the man in a series, doing it on the biggest stage in New York City.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Now here's Quickly. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Porter against Quickly. Jackson outside. And the layup is good off the glass. Jackson's got 7 points for the quarter.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Pass to Young. Gordon with a screen on Jackson. Quickly from outside. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game. Timeout called. The Mavericks. He's checked in for the Mavericks. Over the last month, these are the highest scoring teams in the NBA. Number 5, Portland.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
And an emphatic jam on the lob.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Quickly against Porter. Fires the 3. Back to Quickly. 4-3. Mavericks with a rebound. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Pass to Miller. Back to Jackson. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Gordon with a steal. Here's Lewis. Right side, Young. Gordon with it. Porter pulls it in. The Mavericks leading. Pass to Miller. Jackson on the wing. Now here's Porter. Guarded by Quickly. Porter, the pass to Turner. Young against Jackson. Lets a floater go. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. He's off on that one. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 1. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And for Dallas, they're shooting about 43% on this one. They've got Aaron Gordon. He's out there with Paul George. And it's Chandler in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Williamson. Ooh, poked away. There's the block. And they recover it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Hate to see that. I know everyone's mind is on the play, but you've got to protect the ball.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Young against Jackson. Young, the pass to Gordon. Here's Young. The three is up. Williams grabs the board. Williamson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
Dallas ball starts the 4th and final quarter. It's 6-man time. Let's hear it for your Blazers.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Porter. Now Jackson. 5 on the clock. There's a screen. And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's foul number 2 for him.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Dallas ball starts the 4th and final quarter. It's 6-man time.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Here's Porter.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
Pass to George to take the lead. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Mavericks trailing. We've gone about a minute and a half into this 4th quarter. Turner with it. Jackson outside. To the inside. Here's Williamson. Oh, another miss by Williamson.
That was the best he could do. Just fade a little bit, try and get a clean look, but the defense was right on him.
George, no good. The Mavericks have gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Williamson. And that's collected by Trae Young.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
George for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Williamson's got 5 rebounds in the game. George against Jackson. Williamson passes to Turner. Shoots over George. The bank shot, no good. Portland has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Gordon outside. Pass to Chandler. To the paint. Here's Young. And Turner with the block.
An impressive shot blocker. Turner's combination of size and timing on defense is so valuable.
Knocks it loose. Now Williamson. Back to Jackson. Clock at 4. From deep. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Portland Trailblazers. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Eric Bledsoe and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Sunday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis, going up against the Grizzlies.
And for their matchup with New Orleans, that's a game where you'd be surprised to see them lose. They'd have to have a really off night for them to get upset there.
Portland calls timeout. moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. He told them this is a game that we can win. It's a game we should win. We've matched those guys step for step. From this point forward, let's try to force them to play at our tempo.
And Allie, thank you for that. The Trailblazers have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Now Young. To the middle. Here's Gordon. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Williamson against Gordon. Pass to Jackson. And he lobs it up top. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. George passes to Young. Gordon with a screen on Jackson. Young finds Gordon. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists now in the game. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Trying to get back on track. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
At the line for the Mavericks, Jackson taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. George's shot is off. The Mavericks shooting only 36% so far in this game. Jackson, the pass to Turner. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And the defense recognizing that Turner can make this shot, which is why he gets fouled.
Miles Turner at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Turner.
When you think about Turner, one of the best shot blockers in the league who can also score at all 3 levels.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Jackson against Young. Down low. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Whoa, Aaron Gordon looking like he's in a slam dunk contest right there.
Jackson, pass to Williamson. Back to Jackson. And he lobs it up. And Williamson throws it down.
Big one. Coach feels comfortable going to Zion when it matters.
Jackson against Young. George outside. The 3. Williams grabs the board. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jackson, the pass to Williamson. To the paint. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
I love how efficient Zion is. Dependable at picking smart shots to take.
Now here's Young. Pass to Chandler. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got assist number 8 now on the night. The Mavericks trailing. Jackson outside. Williamson finds Jackson. Back to Williamson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
We see it night after night. Zion, relentless assault on the cup.
Up top, Young. Defended by Jackson. Gordon with a screen on Jackson. Here's Young. That shot missing. Ooh, excellent D there from Jackson. And for Dallas, they're shooting around 30% since the fourth quarter got underway. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And the line is somewhere Zion spends a lot of time. So unless the stakes are thrown off, he can do this.
Misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go.
The foul line and Zion see a lot of each other. He just needs to treat this like any other trip.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2.
And right about now, at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2- and 3-point advantage.
Young against Jackson. Tries to break his ice. Drained it for 2 points.
Incredible. Often the smallest guy on the floor, Young consistently comes up with the biggest plays.
Young against Jackson. Pass to Williamson. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Williamson's got 14 points now in the second half. And here's Young. 55 seconds left to play in the fourth.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1. And he makes both free throws.
Yeah, that's who you want stepping to the line when the game is close.
And Dallas calls time here. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Jackson against Young. Pass to Williamson. Back to Jackson. Over Young. Cash.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Timeout called. The Blazers. They're behind by 2. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
to your laser destiny. Your Blazers bring you up. Just one, man. All right, 6 men on your feet. And make it loud for your Blazers.
George finds Young. Takes a three. Williams grabs the board. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And the second of two is good. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And here are the Trailblazers now.
It's all about getting a three right here.
And they're looking to tie it up. Live to play another period. We'll see what they run right here.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Oh, George with a steal. Young, the pass to George. The three won't fall. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. We've got Paul George, also Aaron Gordon out there, and it's Young in at the point guard position. Chandler, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. Now here's Jackson. Oh, the dunk by Williamson.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. The Trailblazers shooting just 38% for this game so far. Gordon with a screen on Jackson. Young can't hit.
They've been dominating the boards tonight, yet it's still a close game.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Portland trailing here. George outside from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. George has got 23 points.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Williamson passes to Jackson. Shoots over Young. Tried to bank it in, but it misses.
When you're wide open like that, no need to fade away.
About 90 seconds off the clock at extra time now. Williams a screen on Porter. Outside Young. There's the three. Miller pulls it in. And for Dallas, they're shooting only 42%. Pass to Williamson. Porter with it. There's Jackson with the three. Nails it from 3. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Young. For 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Turner's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Pass to Williamson. Just under 2.5 minutes passed in this OT. And there's a pick. The shot no good. And it's Portland the other way. Outside Young. Young missing again.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
George. And he can't bank that one in. The Mavericks have gotten 2 of 4 attempts to go in OT. Outside Porter. Pass to Williamson. 6 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Miller off target from 3-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Gordon from the arc. Oh, he buried the 3.
Ooh, a clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to clinch the win.
And Dallas calls time here. They trail by 1. 20 seconds left in overtime. All right, guys, what do you think?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Green is checked in. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
First team foul. Now the lineup for your Trailblazers.
And now we've got an intentional foul. Good on the first. And that'll put him up 2.
This team likes having Graham on the line. He is cool under pressure.
So he gets them both. And it's a 3-point game.
You have to admire how calm he is under pressure at the free throw line in a key situation.
Here's Porter outside. No good from 3-point range. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Now, this right here could decide the game. Now, it's all up to Aaron Gordon. He is a cool customer.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So it's the Trailblazers taking the W in a close one. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForte.